Brian Palavai running far here with Jo Zakrzewski before the 2015 IAU 100k World Championships. How are you?
Yeah, good to see you again.
Likewise. Last time we chatted, we were it was the middle of the night in Doha, Qatar.
Oh yes, it was rather warm.
It was, and dark. You had a great race there.
Yeah, it was brilliant. We had a great team, and it was just
a
great fun.
Team. You were third. You guys won gold medal, like going away.
Yeah.
For the team. What have you been up to since then?
Since then, not having Christmas, eating lots,
Yeah.
doing a bit of running, and then I find myself back here again.
Yeah.
Which is where it all started for me, really.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were here in 2011, was it?
Yep, I ran my first 100k here. I was here as a wild card, and then Qatar was my second, and then this is my third.
So how did it go in Winschoten last time?
It was really good. I had no idea what to expect. Hadn't been to a race like this before. It was my first GB race. I came along just hoping, as the fourth team member, hoping to, if I had a good run, come third, make up the team. And I just had a great day, loved it, and did really well. And yeah.
How well?
I was second.
That's a pretty good...
It started my consistent streak because I think I ran exactly the same time to the minute in Qatar. So I've done 2 races the same time, so I must be the most consistent runner.
Are you thinking of maybe running a little faster here?
I don't really have a time goal. I just like to enjoy it, get round, and hopefully get all the team round. Yeah.
You were second first 100k. You were third last time. Are you shooting for maybe a...
Going downhill, you mean?
No, fourth? Yeah. Good luck with that fourth place. Is gold in sight?
It isn't something I would aim for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have sort of ambitions like that. I just like to go out and enjoy it. It's quite interesting here. We've got the Europeans as well as the World Championships, so we like to think we took home a European team medal from here before, and it'd be nice to be able to take the same again this time.
You guys are on the British women's team has 3 members, right?
Yep.
So
we've all got to finish. Well, obviously we'd all like to finish.
Yes.
But anything can happen in a 100k race. You might be really well prepared. Something might go wrong on the day. You might get an injury. You might get gut problems. But hopefully we'll all finish and we'll all be happy.
How was your own lead up to the race? You been training well?
My running's been going okay. Mentally less good because it's been a really, really stressful time at work. But here I get to switch off from work and just see what happens.
Yeah. Have you done any racing this year? Were you at Comrades?
I went to Comrades. I did my usual. I finished 2 places behind Ellie. So I need Ellie here so I can finish 2 places behind her.
Ellie, you hear that? Get over here.
Yeah, I'm missing Ellie and Jo. They need to come back. So I did that. I did a race called the Dragon's Back.
Oh, yes. You changed things up quite drastically.
Just a bit. That was a whole week through the mountains in Wales, north to south, and that was absolutely amazing. And that was my last big race before coming here, and I've still got scars on my face and on my legs.
Oh, yeah? It beat you up?
Yeah, I took a few face plants.
So how was that transitioning from, doing some road racing to pretty rugged, long-term trail racing?
It was brilliant. It wasn't so much a race as an adventure and an experience, and it was just a brilliant week, meeting new people, running every day, seeing countryside I'd never been to. Brilliant.
So how have you transferred back to the road since then?
I guess that gave me quite a bit of endurance. I had to make sure I recovered from that because it was the first time I'd ever lost sight of my ankles. So they swelled up after the race. And then I've just started doing a bit more back on the road, doing a few shorter races, putting a bit more speed work in, and we'll see. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Now you feel fit?
Yeah, I feel good. It's just nice to get out and run, really, and see how it goes.
Now, 100k, how do you pace yourself for that? On the road, it's so even and so flat. A lot of people who will watch this are trail runners, so you have the natural variation of terrain and temperatures and all that. How do you set out with a goal here?
I think everyone's different. Some people run on their heart rate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a heart rate monitor. I don't run with one. Some people run on a pace. Some people run on feel. And some people run from the front. There's some richish ladies. Famous Lizzie's quite good at going off from the front. Ellie comes from behind. That's more what I do. I try and just go off steadily. It should be comfortable. You should be comfortable at halfway. Talking to people the first few laps, definitely.
Really?
The first time I was here, I think I ran the first couple of laps talking to some ladies from South Africa. Next few laps I hooked up with some of the American ladies. So I got to know people, and then the race only kind of kicked off in the last few laps, and that's when it's just who can dig deepest and keep going.
That sounds like a pretty pleasant experience.
That's why I do it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it.
Because for someone coming from the trails, and I've come from like road marathons as well, but like the idea of running 100 kilometers on road seems mentally quite taxing.
What, these people who do 24 hours on a track, could you do that?
Maybe someday if I had a lot of whiskey.
I think if you were going to do it, I would say you'd be better off doing this one than last year's one.
Yeah.
Because last year's, the terrain was hard. It wasn't a beautiful course. It wasn't quite as interesting. Here, from memory, you've got everything because you go through town, they have a party, they have bunting, music, kids out with paddling pools with sponges, they spray you with hoses, you go along the canal. So you've got a bit of variety. You see windmills, you see everything.
So it's not a trail race, but there is something to observe and take your mind off.
Yeah, it's not. You're not just running on the tarmac on a highway or anything. No.
Thank goodness. Well, best of luck out there this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, enjoy.
We'll see you after.